Back in the sixth, and he drills one out to right field. Seals back, track, wall, leaps up and made the catch. An unbelievable play.
As y'all can see, we got the man Pierre Seals with us today. Pierre, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm ecstatic, dude. Took a week off. I've had some family issues to deal with, but back talking, with guys like yourself, and you're somebody that I got to watch a lot personally. So it's even cooler to get your story and break it all down with you. But before we do that, want to break the ice a little bit. First, I got to start. Going to Missouri. Have you had the barbecue there yet? And can you tell me if it's any good like they say it is?
No, I haven't had the barbecue yet here. I only been here for probably like a week or so. So I'm just getting in the swing of things and getting to know everybody and trying to find my way around town.
I heard that. Well, when you get some, let me know, and don't lie and say it's better than Memphis just because you go to school there. Because to be better than Memphis, you got to be elite. So don't be telling me no stories.
Oh yeah, I got you. I'll let you know. I'll be honest.
When I was in the military, a lot of cats from Missouri and Kansas and North Carolina, all these other places tell me how good their barbecue was. I was like, I ain't buying it. But speaking of, kind of being all over the Olympics, obviously worldwide thing, big thing. Did you partake in any of it? Did you watch any of it? And if you did, what was your favorite thing?
I really didn't watch much of it, but I did watch the final game. I actually watched the final game here in Missouri with the team. We had like a little kickback cookout barbecue / thing, and we just kicked it as a team and just watched a basketball game when Curry put the team on his back in the fourth quarter and just went crazy at the end of the game and wanted them to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited that in 2028 they're going to have baseball and softball in there. So that's what I'm excited to see, especially because with basketball, it's the same dudes we see in the NBA regularly. And baseball, depending on how they want to roster this thing, I don't know if we're going to be talking about pro guys, we're going to be talking about college guys, a mix of both, minor league guys. Like, I'm just interested to see where they go with it and the possibilities, especially because I know the basketball team struggled at times, but it's probably just, kind of bored. In baseball, we're not necessarily the best. You know that. And, Japan can play, and obviously any of the islands down south can play. So it's one of those things that could be fun. But, another topic that everybody wants to know about, we like to break the ice, music. If you could go see any musician anywhere, who are you going to see? Where are you going to see them?
Right now, I'll probably go with Ghana and definitely go to Atlanta.
Nice. A lot of people don't, when I ask that part about where, they say they don't care where, but like for me, like I got cities I want to go to specifically. And especially when you're talking about Southern rap, you definitely want to go somewhere like Atlanta. So with that, and the last question, break the ice, got to know you're a baseball guy. What's your favorite baseball movie?
Probably The Sandlot.
It's the only answer. We can move right on. Daniel is all about some old school stuff, Major League and Field of Dreams and all that stuff. Nah, just keep it kid friendly. Let's go Sandlot. Can watch it a million times. Watch it so many times with my son. Never gets old.
Yes, sir.
But for those that don't know, where are you from?
I'm actually originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
All right, and so being from Memphis, talk to me about the household. You got brothers, sisters, full house, just you as the only child.
I got an older brother. He actually graduated from the University of Memphis as well, and mom, dad, and my aunt on my mom's side, my mom's sister, and her son actually live with us. So it's 6 people in our household.
All right. Did your dad play ball? Did your older brother play ball?
My dad did. He went to Alcorn State, and my brother, no, he picked it up, played one game, actually hit a home run in his one game playing. It was just like, I'm done. I don't like playing it.
So he could basically say he would have been better than you, right? Because you only got evidence for one time.
He definitely can say that, but he's like more of a just like he liked the sports, but he don't like playing it or practicing or whatever.
That's how my son is that you see with me all the time. Everybody asks, does he play? I'm like, nah, whether it's baseball, football, even when I go to gymnastics, loves to watch it. He likes to talk about it, but don't want to play it. And I'm okay with that because as long as we can go have time, fun time bonding, it works out. But for you, it may have been your dad. It may have been a coach. It may have been a popular athlete. For you growing up when it came to baseball, who was the biggest influence for you?
Biggest influence. I mean, if I'm being honest, I really didn't have a big influence growing up. I'll say my dad, probably wasn't a baseball player because, like, when I was younger, it was really just football for me. I played baseball, but my number one sport was football.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Pierre. There's so many dudes who come on here that they were better at baseball, but football was always their passion. They always said Friday night lights were better than the times on the diamond. It seems like that's a common thing.
Mm-hmm. But actually, I got hurt early, like in middle school, like 7th grade year. I tore my meniscus, and my dad was like, "No, that's it for football." So I didn't really get to play in high school until my senior year, and senior year was COVID, so like it wasn't. I didn't get the full high school football experience, like the crowd on Friday nights. Like we had it was still like social distance, and so many people can come to the game. So it was different, but I mean, it still was fun to play in high school and just experience it. But
Yeah, it sounds like between the meniscus and COVID, it just wasn't meant to be. But
yeah.
yeah, I was never a baseball player. That's the funniest part about us doing this show and baseball being the top thing we do. It was all about football for me, and I never touched a diamond. But I think that's the thing. I have such a respect level for baseball players because I tried it at the 1 year at the coach pitch and 1 year at the kid pitch. I played 2 years. I wasn't any good, and I quit. And there wasn't any other sport that I played that I wasn't good at. I could pick up a basketball, and go to work. But just baseball, and so I just have such an appreciation level, especially when we get to the level which you play when you're talking about Division I college baseball and the caliber and the talent of the guys that you're going up against, and the fact that I struggled at such a young level. But speaking of school, you're talking about senior year. Where did you go to high school?
I went to Houston High School in Germantown, Tennessee.
All right, so you'd be familiar. Me and my host, when he's here, Daniel, we went to Bolton before it kind of fell off the map. It was before Arlington was built, and then after Arlington was built, a lot of kids transferred in there. But we used to play Houston. We actually used to be a punching bag for Houston and Germantown back in the day, so very familiar. But you were ranked as the number 5 outfielder and the number 27 overall prospect in the state of Tennessee. In your time playing baseball. So when it came to picking colleges, what went into that, and how early did you start, considering the fact that you were going to play college baseball?
Probably. I mean, I knew I could early, like freshman year of high school, but like I didn't really start thinking about it until probably around junior year, probably, and junior year was COVID. So like my spring season got canceled, and that summer, like stuff started back up for us to play, but like it was just like I wasn't in any shape. It was like bad. Like it was like I was just thinking, kind of like down bad a little bit. But after I knew we can like start back playing, I kind of like start back getting in shape and things like that, and enter my senior year and had a good senior year. And I was getting interest from like a lot of Power 5 schools and some JUCOs, but the Power 5 schools couldn't like give me the money I wanted because of COVID, and they had people coming back and the rosters was so filled. So I just took the JUCO route, and I think it was the best thing for me.
Yeah, now that's something that we talk about. We haven't talked about it as much lately, but yeah, the guys coming back for an extra year because of COVID shifted all the spots around, shifts around the money, but it did work out for you because so many times we have guys who go the opposite direction. We've had so many guys who went to the bigger schools, then they had to go back to smaller schools or JUCO and then come back, because they realized they just weren't ready. Our guest Monday night, Tanner Franklin, he actually was offered Tennessee out the gate in high school, but he knew that he wouldn't get any playing time. So I love his decision. He goes to Kennesaw State and thrives, and now he's going to Tennessee as a junior. He's gotten plenty of playing time experience. Felt like he benefited from going and playing, not in the SEC yet. And so it works out for you when you go this route. And so obviously you go to Dyersburg State. The one thing I want to know, when you go to JUCO, it's always about what you learn and take the most from it. In your time playing JUCO ball, what were you able to take the most from it?
Kind of, I'll say like growing up and maturing, because like it's a grind. It's a grind down there in JUCO. So I mean, I'll say like I definitely became a better human being, a better person, and just growing up and maturing was a big thing that I took away from JUCO.
Yeah,
And that
no doubt.
in a way.
Yeah, so I mean, and you get acclimated to the classroom. JUCO baseball is, underrated. People don't understand, and you're getting plenty of reps, like you said, especially because you were coming off, the COVID situation. Like you said, you kind of had to get yourself back in shape. So really get your legs back under you. So when you get the opportunity to come to Memphis, being from Memphis, was like that like one of the easiest decisions, or did you actually consider going elsewhere?
It wasn't actually like a thought. Like I had no clue. Like Memphis was not in like in my mind actually, but it just came about after my fall sophomore year of JUCO, and they just hit me up, and it was just like a kind of like a hometown hero thing that was going around, like, and my dad was all about it. So I mean that's how really it came about. But I had offers from other schools out of JUCO, but it was just Memphis. I felt like was the right fit at that time.
So were you in discussions with Carrick before he left, or did you already know that he wasn't going to be there?
Actually, I actually committed to Carrick actually, and that summer after my last year at JUCO, he ended up leaving that summer, and I just kind of like stayed at Memphis. And
it's got to be tough though, right? Obviously we're going to get into you committing to him now, but when you do commit to a man to be your coach, that's why you see guys transfer all the time, because you obviously, part of your commitment wasn't just the school, but it was who you were going to be playing for. So I mean, I imagine it still had to be, you obviously were going to be playing in your hometown, but it's a little difficult knowing that the guy that you were going to play for is no longer going to be there.
Yeah. So it was kind of just like kind of a blow a little bit, but I mean God just put you in situations that he know you can get out of. So I mean,
well, I'm glad he put you in Memphis, because I messaged you a lot, not even knowing you. This past season, you see by the clip, for anybody who saw it, it's not just batting, but also making plays in the field. But batting, batting 324. It's kind of crazy that you only had 7 home runs, because I saw 5 of them in person, and like I would have thought you were probably going to hit 100 on the season, and you hit 2 against Central Arkansas, 2 against UT Martin, and 1 against Arkansas State. And those were the first 3 games I had went to, because they're midweeks just down the road with where I live, and making it over there. And I mean, a couple of those games I thought you were going to hit 3. One specifically, I remember you had the double off the wall. But what was it about the midweeks, man, where you just felt like it was, I mean, you was treating it like BP?
Oh no, I had the nickname Midweek P they gave me at my teammates gave me, but I don't know, it was just, I guess, playing at home kind of at the beginning of the season was just like it was just nothing better. No place better I can be. So I mean,
the problem doing it midweek though, P, is nobody's hardly there, because the games are starting at 4 o'clock. People ain't off work yet. You got to wait.
Yeah, that is true, but I mean, you got to be locked in all the time, every game. So I mean,
well, you say every game, but I got to ask you. I was at the Mississippi State game. I was standing right there next to somebody you knew. You almost had a home run in another midweek. You came up just short, and he asked you what happened, and you said you were tired. So real talk, like, because you laughed when you said it. That was toward the end of the season. Was that like a real response? I mean, it gets to a point in the season where, I mean, you probably do actually get tired, and it's not, traveling the way it was in that first couple midweeks.
You definitely do get tired, but as an athlete, you got to be adjustable and be able to play through it and grind and keep your body in shape during the season long and have being able to be longevity. So I mean, like it probably was a little bit true. Like my body probably a little tired, but when you get the adrenaline during game and things like that, I mean, you just go out there and play and just have fun. Try to have fun.
Yeah, and I mean, you still had a really nice triple in that game to not downplay no home run. So we'll take it. We'll take it. But, for you, I didn't get to go to any weekend series but ECU, and we know how that was. But, I mean, ECU was a top 10 team. You had to face Trey Yesovich, who was a top, 15 pick. So, I mean, that team is kind of hard for me to really have seen when you're playing a team that good.
Mm-hmm.
But for you, what was your favorite, weekend, especially since I didn't get to see where you felt like the team was really clicking, not just yourself, but man, it was when Memphis baseball was at its best.
It's gonna sound crazy, but Rice was at Houston at Rice, and we actually swept them. And that weekend, our hitters it was bad for our hitters, but our pitchers came out and we played great baseball. We played great defense, pitched it well, but our offense was, I mean, we was pretty good offensively during the year, but I mean that weekend it was kind of bad for us. But that weekend kind of gave us a lot of a good gratitude towards the rest of the season because I mean we actually just came out and played baseball. We won some tough baseball games that weekend.
Yeah, and I mean, it was a really good team. The record doesn't really show and reflect how good of a team y'all were, especially I feel like in the lineup. So many dudes who can, hit it. Obviously, we
Mm-hmm.
had Compton and Dante on here.
Yep.
I don't know if it's just maybe, lack of chemistry, not together that long. A lot of times, when you see the most successful teams, you do have a lot of dudes who've been together 3, 4 years. And so maybe they had something to do. But I do feel like, and I'm sure you'll feel this way if I ask it, did you feel like y'all didn't even come close to the expectations of what y'all probably had set for yourselves?
Yeah, we didn't come close. I don't think because the beginning, everybody thought we had a chance at going pretty far, but yeah, it was a shocker, kind of.
Yeah, I can't believe it didn't get held over my head. Usually because I keep receipts, and when I say something on Twitter, I make sure to show people when I'm right. I can't believe it didn't come back around. At the start of the season, I told the ECU folks, just wait till you play Memphis, and
Hmm.
maybe you won't be talking so much. And obviously, we know how that weekend went, and I'm glad it didn't get brought back around. So, and it actually got put in an interesting situation that weekend because they didn't stream y'all's game 2
Hmm.
and the ECU fans were so they asked me to go live, and so I was behind the plate. It literally had 7,800 people watching live, and the reason why it was a problem is I got nothing but ECU fans watching, but I'm actually rooting for Memphis, so I can't really
Hmm.
talk the whole game. Just and then I got ECU fans offer me food and drink, so I kind of just became a neutral fan, just trying to appease everybody in that. But nonetheless, good season for ECU. Obviously, wish y'all could have done better. If this team was to come back again next year, I feel like maybe different. But you're not going to be there because you're going to go to Missouri to play for Coach Kerry Jackson. So you originally committed to him. It's an SEC school, Missouri. I asked if Memphis was a no-brainer. You said, not really. That's not how it played. But it feels like on this one, it's got to be. You have an opportunity to play for the guy you originally committed to in the SEC. So, was it one of those things when he came calling, you were like, let's go?
I'll say pretty much. It was already kind of a word out on the street that they was gonna hit me up, but after I entered the transfer portal, I mean, a lot of schools started to hit me up. I got a lot of offers from schools, but when Missouri called, it was just yeah, I already had a relationship with the coach, built a relationship, and it was just a easy yes, to be honest. So I mean, yeah, you can't beat where you playing, the places you go. So I mean, it was really an easy answer.
Yeah, and I mean it's a up and coming program that he's rebuilding, and it's something that I know that you probably want to be a part of. And within that, with Coach Jackson being the first Black SEC head coach, I feel like it's probably meaningful. Not only just because you committed to him in general, but as a Black player yourself, you probably really want to help to this because ultimately, if he has success, it's going to lead to the other opportunities that'll come. So I know that has to be a big driving force for you.
Oh yes, sir. Just letting people like my kind know that they can come here and do the same thing and get the same opportunities that I have, and just knowing they can do it at a high level and the best level in baseball or at college baseball.
Yeah, no doubt. And I look forward to it. Obviously, as unlike how hard it was to see you in the weekend in Memphis, always on the weekends traveling to see SEC ball. I was going to show you, I got the Missouri baseball because my son collects them all, but I didn't know any Missouri players at the time. So you'll have to be the first autograph on there for them, but get to see you plenty. But I'll ask you this, you go from JUCO to Memphis to now Missouri, have you prepared because you said you've only been there for a short time. Have you prepared yourself for the culture shock, whether we're talking about academically, athletically, or even socially, because everything you do is going to be in a bigger magnitude. So, I mean, are you prepared for that? Is it something you generally hey, everything's fixing to be way different from everything I know?
Yeah, I've had some thought about it, but I mean, just anywhere I go, I just try to just be myself and stay composed and just be myself and be respectful of anything I do and just let God take me on the walk.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, I look forward to it. But with that being said, before you get out of here, we're going to play a game called This or That. We play with every guest. You down to play?
Yes, sir.
All right. So very simple, just as it sounds. I give you two options. You choose one or the other. Can't say neither. Can't say both. It's brought to you by Chinook Seedery. 8 flavors, mild to wild. If you say you hadn't had them, you're a liar because I've had them at Memphis and handed them out. Did you by chance get a chance to try them though?
I actually did not.
All right. Well, you need to get out there, try them. Let me know what the best flavor to you is. And anybody listening, me personally, go cinnamon toast with smokehouse barbecue. We call it smoke and toast. Best in the business. But that being said, first question: cereal no milk or peanut butter no jelly?
Cereal, no milk.
Thank you, man. A lot of people say the other. I can just eat some dry cereal. Peanut butter no jelly. That's really actually way drier than cereal no milk in my
That's,
opinion.
yeah, that's kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie.
This next question is actually hard for me. As a fan of Memphis, do you like the blue jerseys better or the black jerseys better?
I like the blue, but I like the idea of the black jerseys.
Yeah, no, I mean the way the blue pops on the black is nice, but it's hard. The traditional blue just it looks so good.
Yeah, I like I'll go blue over black. But the
All right.
the black ideal, I like the idea of the black.
Yeah, LSU, I root for Memphis as a home team, but like LSU's my number one team, and I've always wondered what it would look like if we had black. But LSU's so traditional. There's no way they would go away from purple, gold, and white. So I'll never get to see what purple pops like on black unless I watch ECU, who was just talking about.
Mhm.
And that's actually how I know it looks good because they do it. Uh, but would you rather have a fast car or a luxury car?
I'll go luxury.
I'm good with either. That's why I ended up getting a vehicle that's kind of both, and I park it way back so Pierre Seal's home runs don't hit it in that parking lot. Of course, that parking lot really ain't safe on some of those days. Some of those days that wind be blowing like 25 miles an hour straight out,
Win
and
is
I'm
crazy
like,
in Memphis.
and it feels like it's always those midweek once I go out there. But for you hitting the direction you do, you don't actually. That's what's crazy. You're hitting them out, and you're not even the beneficiary of that wind going straight out to center.
Mm-mm. Yep.
All right, real talk, real question. On that note, who is better bombs, you or Jacob Compton?
Uh, I'm gonna go me. I'm gonna go me.
I asked him that same question, and he said, "Who hits more?" And so I I will say this: he hits more, but yours do look prettier exiting the ballpark. Like, I mean, you don't have ones that just are wall scrapers. Yours are no doubt, and they leave in a hurry. So
Yeah.
I'm always about how good they look, not necessarily the quantity.
He did. He had four. He had four more than me. I had 10. He had 14.
Well, the first one that I thought he finally hit, and this, we were talking about the wind to center. The first one he hit, if he hits it anywhere but where he did, he hit it dead down center, and he hit the top of the wall, and it came back in. And I was like, bro, you try to hit that anywhere else in the ballpark, it's gone. But he went right at the 400 marker, and it was just like, But no, I only got to see him hit one in person, whereas, like I said, the first 3 games I've seen you hit 5. So when it comes to that number thing, if it wasn't for the stat sheet, I wouldn't know that.
Yeah.
Who do you think outside of you two? Because I've seen a lot of bombs hit by y'all's teammates. Who do you think had the best home runs outside of you two?
Dante gonna be mad if I don't say his name, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I got 2. I'm gonna go Dante and I'm gonna go Brendan Dubose.
Nice. Yeah, you're not really supposed to do 2. It's almost like cheating in this game, but I'm gonna let it ride. I don't want nobody upset. Now, what is more badass, a honey badger or a wolverine?
I'm gonna go honey badger.
I feel like my last guest didn't watch Tyrann Mathieu play at LSU because he didn't really understand that a honey badger don't care and ain't scared of nothing. I had to explain to him that, like, it literally can get bit by a king cobra and just keep on trucking. I'm like, it's a honey badger. The wolverine sounds cool, looks cool. Give me the honey badger. But I threw that in there just to mix it up because we always had would you rather wrestle a tiger or a bear? And so I don't know. Just wanted to mix it up a little bit. But this next one's important to me. I just went on vacation. I have a new thought process. Would you rather be at a luxury swimming pool or would you rather go to the beach?
See, I'll probably just say beach. But
I say luxury swimming pool.
Go ahead. Say? I was saying I don't know how to swim. So I don't really go either, to be honest. But I mean, I probably just go to the beach.
Well, I said that because you got to deal with all the sand and everything, and it was literally like this. I was supposed to be meeting Ben Joyce at the Anaheim Angels game, and like I got like stuck out there too late, and then it was like, man, I can't go like this. I got sand all in my shorts, and it was like, the beach is just a problem, man. The pool, like, if we was at the pool at the hotel, I'd just go to the room real quick and change and roll out. Don't even need a shower. Like, I find the beach to be problematic. I think it's overrated. That's my hot take. Would you rather be trapped in a cave with a bear or trapped in the jungle with a tiger?
I'm gonna just go jungle because, I mean, you got somewhere to go. In a cage, you just stuck.
But just remember, at night, a tiger's nocturnal, and you can't see nothing, and you ain't gonna be able to protect yourself. At least with that bear, you know what's coming. You can try to handle it. The problem is you're gonna lose both. That's why we asked the question. It's really just about what way you want to approach it.
I feel like you can probably last longer in the jungle.
What's amazing is how many people we ask that, and they'll say something like they'll climb a tree, and it's like, you do realize like cats can climb trees, right? Like that ain't gonna work. And then you actually have people who think they can outrun a bear or a tiger, and we enlighten them that a bear runs 38 miles an hour, and ain't nobody coming on the show running 38 miles an hour.
I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my friends had this conversation millions of times.
So you think you can outrun a bear?
Yeah. I'm getting away, I think.
Well, I hope you don't have to find out because I don't think it's going to end well. All right, last question, the money question. We always ask this. Would you rather win a national championship or be the first pick in the MLB draft?
National championship.
See, you're going to come on here lying just like everybody else. Even Paul Skeens, after he won the national championship and was the first pick in the draft, he said he'd keep his national championship. Ain't no way you give him back that money.
National championship is just like, I mean, I guess a lot of people don't go 1-on-1, but I mean, national championship, I feel like it's rare.
Yeah, no, they're really. I say that I was always money until Paul came on here and said that. When I had somebody look me straight in the face and tell me, there's no way you could replace the memories, because it's not the hardware, right? It's the memories that come with that year with your boys, the blood, sweat, and tears. All the weekends and everything to travel. It's just irreplaceable. So after I had that, it's like, man, how could I really think? And then I had Trey Lipscomb, who's now at the Nationals from Tennessee. He flipped it on me and said, what would you rather have, the money or your podcast? I was like, the money. He goes, no. He said, no different than we talk about the memories. He goes, you go with your son everywhere. You go meet all these different players, go to these different stadiums. He said, you take all that away for the money. I was like, that's why I asked the questions. Because you know what, as I put that in perspective, is like, I wouldn't want to trade all those memories away. So I get it. All right. Well, that being said, you're off the hot seat. Anything you want to plug or promote before you get out of here?
No, sir.
All right. Well, for those, you can go check out Swaggy P on Instagram. You can see what he's got going on. Obviously, the latest clip that you'll see, or not clip, but picture, you'll see his commitment to Missouri. You can go check out Missouri_baseball, SEC baseball. It's, we got a long ways to go. We got fall ball and everything coming up. First, we got football, but it'll be here before you know it. And when you do, man, wish you nothing but the best of luck. Stay healthy, have fun. And like you said, just keep letting God be at the forefront of everything you do.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's Pierre Seals, everybody. If you like hearing his story, or you just like hearing average Joes talk X's and O's, please like and share the podcast on Facebook, retweet us on Twitter, listen and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and Anchor. As always, ratings, comments, hugs, love, feedback, all that good stuff is welcome. We'll see everyone back tomorrow morning. Pros and Joes is back, season 3. Me and Mike will have 2 AAA veteran pitchers on. We're going to have former IOTB guests Doug Nikhazy from Ole Miss and Jonathan Boland from the University of Memphis on. But remember, in the meantime, strong body, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We are out.